Hey everybody, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome to a brand new game. Now I'm not going to be doing an actual playthrough of this. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys a game that I have been playing a lot lately called Honey, I Joined a Cult. Now when I purchased this game, I knew it had two things that I love. A, it's a management sim, top-down management, love it. I love a good simulator. But number two, it has something else that I find super interesting, cults. I find cults so interesting, and the idea that I would be able to run, my own cult, but I didn't necessarily have to be evil. I could do anything I wanted in my cult, was quite incredible. I loved the idea. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to start a new game. I'm going to show you kind of the intro, and then I'll show you my save where I've actually been playing the game. So we're going to go through the intro here just to kind of get an idea. Just so you know, there's a lot of reading involved, and just in case anyone is visually impaired, I'm going to go ahead and read what is on the screen. So we have Cult of the Space Fish, Day 52. So Space Commander Burt Biscuit says, are things really going that badly? Assistant Director Lee, well, yes. What I love about this game is it's full of a bunch of stupid stuff. You'll notice really quickly, it's just got a bunch of like silly, goofy, witty, dumb things going on in it. And I absolutely love that. I think it's hilarious how the little jokes in the game definitely are dumb. But Burt Biscuit says, but a Special Observation Bureau raid? The people here are brainwashed, says Assistant Director. They're practically delusional. Take this punk, for instance. He's covered in blue house paint. Burt says, that's not house paint. He's begun his transcension into a space fish. Fish. Sort him out. Yes, boss. So now the cop's gonna go and... Fish? Ah! Ugh! Oh, fish. Boss, I'm not sure this is paint. Burt says, of course not. I told you he's part space fish. Amazing. A miracle. Holy moly. Nonsense. It's probably just that really stubborn paint. Just get him out of here. Of course, Assistant Director Lee just doesn't get it. Doesn't get the space fish. This place is done. We're shutting it down. Burt says, but I did nothing wrong. Lee, although we cannot prove you actually lifted a finger around here, everyone else is to be taken away for processing. Burt, what's most important is that I'm free. Lee, I want you out of this dust bowl tonight, punk. Burt, I'll be moving on to the next, yeah, of course. Lee says the officers will seal this place off shortly. Agents, let's roll out of this dump. Don't bite forks. All right, so here we see all of our lovely space fishes being arrested. Ah, they're fished now. But Burt's fine. Burt says these fools couldn't incriminate me, even if there was evidence hidden under my hat. Which there is. I love how dumb this game is. It's amazing. You ain't seen me, right? Says Burt. What? Random person says. Just give him a good old smack. Gah! Burt, I've been given a second chance. Time to change my ways. Excuse me, random person. Time to change my ways. Time to, who am I kidding? Time to rebuild and establish contact with a new divine being. First, I'll need some serious cosmetic surgery to change my appearance. Good thing I know a guy. Bye, Burt. All right, so that's the story. 3 months later, Burt Biscuit is now transforming himself into a whole new person. Okay, so there are a couple just like pre-made cults that we can go through to take a look at. So we have the Atomic. Debbie runs the Atomic. And all of these are just basically Burt. It's just that Burt has changed his identity. And I love all of these. So I actually went with Ark of the Covenant just because I thought it was too funny not to have, Ark of the Covenant jokes. Although I do have to say my very first one was the Raptors. And I had an entire dinosaur themed cult. I loved it. It was so much fun. And you can change later on. So maybe you decide, oh, I really liked this when I started, but then I decided later on I didn't like it. You can change it like to something different. It's actually pretty awesome. But those are all the pre-made cults. I really think they're fun. We're going to go ahead and actually click back at this point though, and you can change your person and all that. And we're actually just going to go ahead and continue with my current save. I have been playing this so much, and it took me so long to figure out how to really build a functional cult. But honestly, once you do, it doesn't lose its appeal like a lot of Sims do once you actually get to the point where you're running it. It definitely has more of that like continued challenge to it, and I really, really enjoy that about the game. So we're going to go in here, and you can obviously see I usually play it on the fastest speed, but I'm going to slow it down for us. So this is my whole cult, and as you can see, our compound is quite large. We have one kick-ass compound right now, and it's going really well. So one of the issues with your compound is you have to keep like certain things going on. So you have to keep money coming in from all of your followers. As the money comes in, that's how you can actually afford to pay for the different rooms and stuff like that. So we have all these menus. You can see like I'm way into, like, I'm past day 100 at this point. So I've been doing this cult for a very long time. It's so much fun, but you can actually watch like everything change on you. So like I had a ton of heat. Heat is what gets you in trouble and gets those protesters and the bureau raid. I've actually been doing a pretty good job of keeping our heat down now, because I went through this period where it was so high. I got protested twice, and then that pisses off all of the people who are in my cult. So really fun to just kind of check this out. There's a whole bunch of little management things, but it's not super crazy like when you play SimCity or something like that, where you have to manage so many things at once. I really like this because it gives you the opportunity to just kind of do some silly things. So you also get to pick a divine inspiration. This is a peace and love cult. I actually treat everyone in our cult really well. That was actually one of the things that attracted me to this, because it was like, oh, I can actually do something kind of cute. And I can do maybe a positive cult. It's still a cult, but maybe we can do things about, you know, acceptance and self-love. Why not? So that's what the Lark of the Covenant is for me. We still do have all of our people, you know, working really hard, and you can see that some of them are not exactly happy. Here is their mood right here, but they're all healthy. They're all fed. They're all doing well. They all have great skills. It's a fantastic cult. I've actually worked hard enough now that I have mostly good quality followers. I do have one very good. You actually get a trophy once everyone is either like very good or higher, and I cannot wait to get there. I'm so excited, but you can see how much management goes into this. Like every single room needs a person, and they all have different skills. So you have to make sure you match the skills and the person. And believe it or not, as you get higher into the cult, you end up firing a lot of your people, like you kick them out. So Bammy Leaf was one of my very first good cult followers. You get one when you start. That was mine, and it's always been Bammy Leaf. I don't think I've ever had them named anything else, but they're always the best cult follower that you have for the longest time. Pretty soon I'm actually going to have to fire her, because we're getting to the point where she is no longer very useful. I mean, look, she's not great. Whereas some of my other followers, I mean, we're looking at very good skills here, very good skills for the rooms that they're in. So I really like this. It gives you a lot of information, and then you also get to decide which followers you want to keep. I have currently been trying to get rid of all my followers who are not good. You can see that I need to get some more in here. The thing is though, I have so much money. I don't need followers right now. I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I definitely need to update some of my rooms and make them really pretty, but eventually you get to the point where you just have so much money if you play the game well. And it does take a really long time to get really good at playing the game, but it's so worth it. Especially worth it because of stupid shit like this. This is Gary Gary. Gary Gary is one of the clones from a basement where everyone's name was Gary. And I think if you have ever played a Fallout game, you might know what we're talking about when we say a basement full of cloned men named Gary. Yeah, named Gary. So it's also great because they walk around and say to each other, Gary. which just makes me so happy. But there's all these little like dumb references in there. It's a really referential game. It's obviously made for people who like video games. And I really like the way that the game is put together. It's a lot of dumb dad humor. Sometimes it makes you roll your eyes, but I think it's really worth playing and it's just been so much fun. There's also little missions you can go on. So like say I want to go get this romantic sculpture. I'm going to do a covert op mission first. So it's going to actually lower here, I can show you here. This is how much I need like skills to actually do this mission. If I do a covert op though, I get less, required skills, which is good for me because as you can see, I don't have a lot of people who have really good skills in things like improv, planning, or bluffing. The vast majority of my folks are concentrated in empathy, espionage, and intelligence because those are the things that I'm doing, or retail. That's how I ended up with so much money. But there's also like a huge research tree. There's all this different stuff you can do. Some of the other divine inspirations, I'm doing the peace and love one, but there's also a dark one. You can be like an evil cult. I'm definitely going to do that next. It is so much fun and it's so stupid. It's just so dumb and it's a total time suck. But I gotta be honest, like there's a maggot therapy room. It's great. It's just fantastic. There's a giant mother grub. It's ridiculous. It's so much fun. So if you're interested in playing it at all, it is on Steam. I am playing this here on Steam. I have not seen it on any other platform, so I don't believe you can play it on Switch. I'm not entirely sure if you can play it on either PS or Xbox. Definitely look into it though if you're not a PC gamer, but it has been one of the most fun games I've played in so long. It's so stupid, it's so fun, but it also has just the silliest little like referential things in it and it makes me so happy. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and just recommend it to everybody. Kind of talk a little bit about my experience with it. I'm going to go ahead and go forward here a little bit in time because every day at 1900 hours we do a sermon. So all of my people have to come in and watch the sermon and it's kind of funny just to see the dumb crap that our high priest says, like praise Spod. Spod is our deity. Terrible smell, just says the most random shit. But then you can actually see like we end up getting faith, we get money every day. We either generate heat or we lose heat, which is great. I have to keep mine below 150 because all of my people are very angry. We also get PR gets new people to join. It's just a really fun game to play and it has so many weird little levels to it. So definitely highly recommend it. I am a huge fan of it. I'm having a lot of fun with it and just thought I would mention it here. So again, it is over on Steam. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested. I'm not sure about any other platforms, but I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to actually go play it now because let's be honest, I need to finish all of the associated trophies with this because it's too much fun. I can't stop. All right. I'll see